Hi, welcome back to the series of Django. This is our fourth video. In the past video, we have seen about how to create a model and how to utilize the admin module by doing some create, update, and delete using those three operations. We have created some data in our table. Okay, so but we have seen all that through our admin module. But now this is I already told that you will use for general our development part. We will use that admin module. Generally, if you want to take the form, if you want to display some forms to the user through html pages to the public, like if you want to display it to the user html forms and we want to display the registered data there, so we can do it from our html thing. Okay, so we'll in this video we will see how to get the data from the user by using forms, and also we will display whatever we have stored in our database. That also we'll try to display it. So those two operations from the actually we need to see about like create, view, update, and delete four operations. But in this video I'll just show you the create and view, and the next video you can see the update and delete. Okay, so we'll start that. So already we have a model we created in the past one, so we have only first name and last name. So I assume we'll add some other field, so it will be good to take the form. So I'm adding one more field called age, and this field will be integer field. And the default value we can keep it 0. So we have some data in our database, so it should not show any error. Default will be 0, and we'll take some phone number. Okay, models dot this we can take it as character field. It will be number of characters, so we can allow only the max length to 10 characters, and we'll also take it as null. Okay, null true, and we'll take one more email also we'll take. Okay, models dot email field, we can, sorry, models dot we can say it is email field. Fine, and this will be null equal to true. We don't have any default values here. Fine, so these three we have added it now. So to create these things in our database we need to do two things. One is make migrations and migrate. So we came to the command prompt, python manage.py make migrations. So it tells what we are going to create. So it is going to add the age, email, and phone number to the student info table. So now we'll just migrate. So it just creates add all these things to the database. Manage.py migrate. Fine, so it just added all those things to our database now. So now we have altered our student table. So now we need to display a form there, and we also need to display the students which who are all registered. So for all those things we will just use only one html. So I'm just going to create one html page here in the same student thing. So I'll just say that name as student.html. Fine, and default html will use. No need of using the default html here because already we have a base template. So we'll just extend that template. So I'm going to the student.html and pasting back there, and the end block also. Okay, fine. So we'll have mainly two parts here. One is adding the student and one is just display of our student. So I'm keeping here add student. Okay, and one more we'll have it here. What we need to do is we will have one more called student list. Okay, fine. So these two are two different things we are having here. We will be having form for our students. We are not defining the form right now. Here we will have one table or something like that to display our student list. So up to now how the things comes, we will add one more view to come to this html page. Here I'm going to the view part, and here I'll just say it as student view request So now I'm not writing any functionalities here, I'm just writing the template, return render and request. So we just created the HTML page now, that is inside the student itself. Okay, slash what we gave the name, student.html. Okay, that's all. And the context also nothing we are passing as of now, we'll just keep an empty dictionary. We'll just add that context now, so just context, fine. And we have added the view, we have created the student.html. Now we need to create the URL. So go back to URLs, add the same something, the one, but change it to student. Okay, student, and the view name is also student, and we are giving the name also as student. So we have created the view also. Now the last thing we need to create is the link. So to come to this student page, we should give a link. So for that we need to copy the name, go to our base links, and we'll go to our base. We have already here these things. We'll add one more link here, student. That's all, we'll make it this first one. Okay, so we'll redirect it to the student. That's all. So we can see the output now, how it comes. I'll run my server. Okay, so we can see the student will come, and two h1 tags like add student and student list will be displayed in the student page. Okay, I'm going to the browser. So before previously we have created about and the student page, so something else is also coming student here. Okay, the student require not required, fine. Yeah, this is a home about, and I'm going to the student page. Now there is some error, student.html has not found. So something we gave wrong, either the spelling or, yeah, in the student.html we gave unknowingly two dots, that is making the issue now. So that may be solved. Yes, student page, we have add student, we have student list. So the things is, here we need to get the table, here we need to get the form. Okay, that we will do it now. So we'll go to code. So now assume from the backend, like we need to get all the student information. Assume now we already have already some rows in our database, like previously we added two records. So that two records also, first we need to just the display we need, and also we need the form to create the students. So first we will see about the display. Okay, so here I'm just writing, taking a variable student list. Okay, to that list we need to get all the objects, all the student info, whatever the records were there, that all those things we need to get to the student list. That how we will do it, first we need to import our table from dot models. We need to import, we are importing, let us import all the tables whatever there, we just have only student info, that also will get. So student info, how we'll do is dot objects dot all, we want all the student information, all the records we want. So we are getting to the student list. That student list we need to pass to the front end, like to our HTML page. So this one we need to iterate and show it in the HTML. If we just display like student list like this, we will get something like a query set. We can see this query, it is not good to display. Instead what we will do is one object we will iterate it. How to iterate it? Instead of iterating normally, we'll just take the table. So we'll iterate the table rows. Okay, before that we'll keep one headings. We want to display first name, we are taking about 5 fields: first name, last name, age, phone name, phone number and email. Now but we will display only some 3 fields. Okay, uh, age, first name we are displaying, last name not maybe required. So age we have given, and let us display the email. This is fine. If you want, we can add the phone number or any other, we can add based on our requirements. Phone number also I have added. So and also we want the serial number. of that one. Okay, so this is the way, and this is the heading. We will get the table format. You can see we got our heading, but we want the details to be iterated in that way. So now I'll start using the template tag. We have template tag called for student. So the tag should be not in interpolation, it should be using template tag format. It is this way. So for student in, we are getting the student list from the backend, that is student list. So now we need to start the rows. So here you can see that we are iterating the rows here, and we'll also stop that for loop here using and for loop. So whatever we tags we start, it should be stopped. Okay, so we are iterating the number of rows. Whatever you give the column here something, we are just iterate the count. Now how do we do is for loop dot counter. It is not coming from our database, it is coming just for loop counter, that's all. So you can see the count will be iterated, you can see like this. So in the same way we want our data also. I'm just taking this for 4 times, and now here instead I should say student information. I need to iterate, not all the student objects, student dot first name, and here it is student dot age, student dot email, and finally student dot phone number. So this is the way we need to get our information in a formatted way. So for hope this is all fine. You can see the details now. Yeah, this way we got all the details. Something is missing. We got one other field here, phone number, but we have only first name. First name is fine, age is fine, and email is also fine. Something coming extra. We'll remove the student list from here, that is gone. Th, first name, age, email, phone number. Yeah, why those are coming is empty? Because we don't have the phone number here, so that is why this may be this coming empty. Nothing was there. So email field, it is defaultly showing the none, that is fine. So phone number field, we don't have anything in our existing rows. We have all these things, but we don't have anything that now if you add anything, it may come. We'll try to do that from our admin module. Admin, we have student info here. See, I'll just go to Dinesh and try to add this phone number. Email also, yes, this is fine. So I'll just edit this. Completed. Now here we can see, yes, we got our email and phone number field. All we didn't get our phone number field because there may be something wrong in the accessing this. Yes, we can see the student spelling is wrong, that's why we didn't get none there. Student dot phone number, yes, this is all fine. So this is how so previous rows we don't have this email and phone number, so it took defaultly none values. Okay, so now if we add something form here and it will create, that comes here down with another record. So now we'll look about that. So we need, for that we need to do the form. So we are start defining the form. Method will be post. So here we need to define some 5 fields. Input fields we need to define, name we need to define, and then that's all. First name is the first name, and then we need to also have ID for the label. Same first name I'm giving. So here we will say it as label. Also first name. So like this we may be required to create, and the required, so all the fields are required. So like this we need to create about 5 things. Okay, first name is over, last name, age, and for phone number, and for email. all those things we need to change now. uh, I like to change it like something. I'll go to the models first. I'll copy all this using alt. No, for last name, age, phone number. Just copying these four fields. Again I'm giving alt here. So I'll just paste those four fields, and then I'll come one step down. It is wrong, so escape and starts again from here. Alt, the same four fields I'm just pasting here. So to id I came here, and then the same. Yeah, so we have created all our five fields, but the field things will be different. Age will be number, and the email will be email. So phone number validation we are not doing it here, we'll do in the coming later part. Okay, so this is the way we just created the form, and finally one submit button. Okay, type will be submit, and the name will be submit. Fine, we have created. And one more thing we will not missing is csrf token. So in Django it will be default, the csrf token will be there, so it secures from filling the forms from outside this page. Okay, so this is the way we need to do it. So we can see the form now. Yes, we got our form, but label, okay, label part we didn't give anything. First name, last name. I'm not pasting it because it will come all the small letters. Before I'm giving last, age, and this is phone number, and this will be email. Fine, I think this is good. Yeah, we got our form. So whatever the details we fill out here, it comes to the down. Not allowing number at gmail something. If you're not, it comes for, it's just not showing anything because it not created anything, because we didn't write any function for saving those things. Okay, but email is not showing any error. Yeah, email has error. Okay, fine. So we'll just come back to this page again. So now it's just saving, just submitting the form, but we are not saving any details here. So we'll do that by defining some view function here. We go to the view, and here we'll just say defaultly when we are opening this page, it just goes to the student.html. It will not create anything. But when the method, when we are giving in our form, and we can see in the student.html, the method will be post when we are submitting this form. When we click submit, the method will becomes post. So we need to use that thing. Here we can define something like, if the method is post, if request dot method, sorry, request dot method equal to post. If the method is post, we need to save those details. How we will save those details is, we'll just define a variable student. As our view name is also student, it is having some issue. We can say student object. Okay, student object. We have already imported our table student info, and we need to save some these all field details. All, what are all those fields? Instead of writing like this, we can go with using all. We can copy all the fields. Four fields I just copied, and I'm going here and just pasting all, aligning them. So how we will do it is, first name we need to capture it from HTML. Whatever HTML they have submitted the first name, that I need to say. How do we do that is, request dot, okay, post. It is coming in the post request dot post. In the brackets, I need to define the first name. So whatever the name we have used in the HTML form, this is the name we have given to the HTML form, like you can see in the student.html. So we are defining the name as first name. So the same first name we will be accessing to capture the value whatever has been inputted in the first name field. So for that we will use the same name. so and comma. Okay, so this way we need to get the input values. So now as we got how to take it, we'll just use the same alt, sorry, and space request dot post brackets, and then we don't have values actually here. We'll go to models and we'll take the values here. It is included with first name. Now as first name not required, we'll take just these four values and we'll display these four values here. So this is the way we can capture, and the one thing required is comma. Okay, fine, the last one may not be required. So this is the way we need to create the student instance. We are at not creating the student table in student row in our thing. The final thing we need to do is student object. With this object we need to call our save function, so that it saves the row with all the details whichever been input from whichever the details we took from the user input, that details will be saved to the student object. So this all thing, once after saving, what we need to do is we need to return this and redirect to the same page. We need not to redirect to some other page we have, because we have the student list in the same page. Okay, return redirect, I imported it, it will import from the shortcuts. Okay, and we are redirecting to the same uh, student page. We have the student URL, right? And we are also using the student name. That URL name is student itself. So we'll define that redirect. Fine. So it once after saving the details, it redirects to the same student page so that we can see the list out here. So let us try now. That is the way how we will define the function. I'm just giving again something, some name, some dummy data. I'm just giving it age, phone number, and some email at gmail.com. You can see there are only four before. Now if we submit, it becomes five. I mean, the other detail also will come here. Okay, so I'm just clicking submit. Yes, it submitted and redirected to the same thing. Okay, hope you understood these things. You can give some more one more details, age, phone number, this required gmail.com, submit. It comes again. Here's the sixth one. So this is the way how we do submit the forms from the HTML using HTML form input fields, and this is the way how we display the details also using objects.all, model.objects.all. And here just create the instance of that, fill all the instances with all the fields, and just call the save function to create the object. So this is a thing I want to show in this video. In the next coming video we'll see how to update the data. Now we have already the six fields. If you want to update it, how do we do that? And also if you want to delete this object, how do we do that? We previously we have done it through admin module creating. We have added the student through admin module, and we are also seeing the list out here only. Now we made it to the HTML form, okay, to the normal general users. Here we have already the update and delete functionalities, but we'll get those things to our front end also. From front end here only we'll do that here, update and delete, in the coming video. I hope this is clear and you're able to understand this thing, create and view. So we'll see the update and delete in the coming video. Thank you.